Hello there. Are your pals weakened, depressed, got fractures, ulcers, sickness, anything like that, and you want to fix it?
I'm dying. Help me.
Well, first off, let's run through why it's happening, and then we'll run through how to fix it. As you can see, I've got two here. One's weakened, one's depressed. Now, the Anubis is depressed because I am trialing something out. I'm trying to trap him down here, where there's a node, and by trapping him down here, he then got glitched in the rock. He couldn't eat, and then he got depressed because he couldn't eat. Now, the reason they get depressed and all that kind of business is when the sanity bar, which you can see on Azuro over there, is sanity 100. As soon as that starts going down, like we've got 98 over here for OD remain, it starts getting to the point where they can start getting ailments. So below 50 is when they'll start getting problems. Now, if you've got food to supply to them, that's the main thing you want. So the food finger here, as you can see, we've got baked berries in here. Now, baked berries give them a little bit of nutrition, and it gives them 1 sanity point. So every time they eat one of the berries, they'll become 1 sanity point better off. If you're feeding them red berries, which are just raw berries, there's no sanity points to them. Ideally, what you want to be doing is later on down the line is farming loads of better, like foods, lettuce, all that kind of business, and making the better recipes. So over here, for instance, the salad, lettuce and tomato, that'll give them way more sanity points. Now, I can't make it myself right now because I've just moved base, but it'll do better than what the red berries do when they're baked. So the first thing is getting your pals nutrition. That is the main thing. As you can see, they keep running to it. If you give them better nutrition, they won't run to it as much, and they'll do work for longer. The next thing you're going to want is one of the tubs. So you've got a hot tub here, and there's a better one as well, the high quality hot spring. Now, both these things do the exact same thing. They'll hop in it and they'll recover sanity. It's basically like a rest area for them. It's one of the best ways for them to get sanity back, apart from eating very good food. The problem arises with the pathing. Now, as you can see, I've got one here temporarily because I've just moved base. But if I were to pop it somewhere like in this corner here, they might not even get into it. They might path up and glitch past it, or they might not even acknowledge its existence. So when you place your hot tub, always make sure that you've seen them walk to it and use it. If they aren't walking to it and using it, then it's probably not working. That seems to be the main problem with a lot of things right now, is pathing. So by pathing, I mean, can they get from A to B? So can they get up these stairs? Now, yesterday when I was building this base, I fudged these stairs so they're not connected. From there to there, they're not actually connected. Now, for some reason, I put the stairs on the bottom going up, and there was a slight gap here, and they weren't going up the stairs because there was a slight gap. Anything minute like that, anyway, anything minute like that can stop them from pathing to the right place. So always check you've seen them go from A to B. So we've got the food, we've got the hot tub, and now there are ways of maintaining them. You can get the red berry farm, you can cook the berries, put it in there, give them the hot tub, and it's as easy as that. Get a harvester, a waterer, a collector, all that kind of business. If you've played the game long enough, you'll know what the jobs are for each pal. If you want me to run through that, just let me know in the comments. I'll make a new video running through basically what pals are pretty decent for, what they do basically, you know, that kind of stuff. That is the main issue with how they become weakened and depressed and stuff. Also, if they get into a fight, so if your base gets raided and they get badly damaged, they'll become poorly as well. Watch out for that. But now we've figured out what's causing it and how to fix it, we need to look at how to cure it. Now, this is where it gets a little bit troublesome because it's not a cheap way of fixing it. For this, we're going to transfer to my old base. So back at the old base here, I've got my old benches. You basically want to make the medicine production bench. So medieval medicine workbench is the first one you'll get. And you'll see 3 different types of medicine here. Now if you look at the requirements, the easiest one to make is low grade medical supplies. Now this is the easiest one to make and it doesn't really do much. That's the whole point of the easiest part of it. This will cure colds and sprains. So if you see the little bar that says suffering from a sprain, you can get away with making this. Red berries and horns. I'll go through what provides horns in a minute. Red berries, you know, you get them from a farm. You just plant your crop. It's as easy as that. The next one is the medical supplies. So this is effectively treating ulcers and fractures. Now this one's a little bit more in depth. There's also got bone in the ingredient as well as the horns and ingots as well. Now if you're low level, these materials aren't really easy to get, but I'm going to go through with what will help you basically get them soon. And then it's the exact same for the high grade medical supplies as well, but it's more expensive. This one here cures weakened and depressed pals. So like so at my base, I've got a weakened and a depressed pal, so I'll need 2 of these. Now you're gonna want to farm horns. Now if you, I think I might have mentioned it in an older video, I'm not 100%, so we'll go over it again. Of named Chantress has a passive ability called Grimoire Collector, which means any neutral drops, it gets more. By neutral drops, it's stuff that hasn't got an element to it. So it's basically like wool, horns, bone, stuff like that. Not stuff like fire, I think they're called, what are they called now? They're little fire, flame organs, ice organs, electric organs, all that kind of stuff. That's elemental drops. So this is not what Catchers can farm. Now the pals that can drop horns, there are quite a few of them. Also, if you were to beat up a few lift monks, they can occasionally drop low grade medical supplies as well. The first one that drops bone, which is an ingredient in the higher grade medical equipment that you'll be building, is the Vixie. I made a video on how to get Vixie, so if you want to get that, check the videos, they'll be in there for you. Quite a recent one as well. The Rush Owers also drop bone as well, so look out for those. You have Plopis that drop the low grade medical supplies. Occasionally, these are rare drops, they don't always drop. Caprices drop horns, Ikepidias drop horns, Incinerams drop horns, Arsoxes drop them, Cognitos drop bones, Loop Moons drop bones, Gorats drop them, bones. Univolts drop horns, Raindrixes drop horns, and the list goes on. I've still got a lot of my power decks to complete, but you can pretty much gather that anything that drop that's kind of like a deer or something like that has horns, and then a lot of them drop bone as well. It's not exactly a rare resource to get, it's just how you go about getting them that can be the problem. So for video's sake, I've come out to the field. We've got Catris here, we've got a Lift Monk who's really good at running away. We just got berry seeds off that Lift Monk. Like I said, the low grade supplies are a rare drop. We got a bone off the ore, the Rush Ore. A bone there and all. There's some pork. There's some Caprices here. Pretty sure they drop horns as well. So we got the bones off the ores, the Rush Ores. No horns off that one, so it might be a bit of a rare drop on the Caprices. There you go, we got 2 horns off that one. There's a Vixie here as well. The Vixie dropped some bone, so you see where I'm going with this. They are quite common as long as you know what you're looking for. This is called Desolate Church. This is the coordinates for it, 63 -417. It seems like there's quite a few pals around here that drop the resources you'll need to make the medical supplies. So we're gonna make 2 of the high grade medical supplies. Now the other bad thing about this is they take a long time to make. So it's best to get a couple of teams to help you out, more the merrier. But you know my pals are apparently busy. So while they carry on building that, I want to point out to you a preventative measure to stop them from doing this. If you don't have a base that is suitable right now, and they keep on, every time you log on, they keep on getting weakened and depressed and stuff like that, what you want to do is, before you log off every night, go to your pal bench, find an empty box, like this one here, and literally just quick slot them back in there. Do that when you log off, and then when they're in there, they can't get weakened, they can't get depressed. Because what happens a lot is you'll be online and they'll be fine, and then you'll go offline and they'll start bugging out, not doing things. They'll freeze and they'll just freeze. They'll not do stuff. They'll not eat, or they'll do something stupid and end up flying into the sky. Anything could go wrong. So you best deposit them into the pal bench. Now, if you're short on time, high on gold, you're quite wealthy, you want to go to 73 -486. The reason for that is at a small settlement here, there is a wandering merchant who actually isn't wandering. Is currently bugged out. There you are. Go to the wandering merchant, go into their menu to buy stuff. They actually sell the high grade medical supplies for 3,000 a pop. So if you've only got a couple of teams that it's happened to and you haven't got the time to go out there and grind for the materials and craft them, this is your quick solution. But they are expensive. I would not advise doing it. I'd advise just getting out there and grinding for the materials, but that's just me. You might have hundreds of thousands of gold, etc, etc. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is if you are wanting help in crafting the medicines, you're going to need pals with the medicine trait. I say that and then no one's helping me out. Oh, apparently Floppy's helping me out. Basically, we take a look at Floppy here, or Droopy in my case, and looking on their little stat bar, you'll see they've got a little one next to the little, like, it looks like a pot with a little stick coming out of it. That means they've got a point in medicine, so they can help you along with that. So once you've got the medicines, what you want to do is you want to get the pals out of work and into your inventory. Just as of now, I don't think there is a way to medicate them while they're in the work. So we've got Ordiri Me, who's weakened, and Anubis, who's depressed. When we go into your inventory, you want to use the high grade medical supplies. It'll be highlighted that you can use it on them. That's 1, that's 2. Now you want to do, just drag it back into work. And there we have it, all fixed. Now if you have like 15 pals that are getting depressed, that can be a very expensive or long thing to do, so that's why I say always check pathing, always check that you are putting them away at night time if you are having problems with them. I hope that helps you, and if it did, drop me a like, it's much appreciated on the video, gets it out there for more people to see. And if you want, you can always subscribe, and we're making more guides as we go along. Peace.